Sonia, thank you so much for volunteering to be the demonstration here with me today. And so we'll be looking at the emotional healing session. And this is all about looking at addressing emotional stress or trauma that a person has gone through, and to help them to, make peace with that and to have a memory of it, but also just not be influenced by that anymore. And so what Sonia told me here was that there's grief and sadness and heartbreak because of a 20-year friendship that feels very challenged, or that probably ended, but the person is still alive. So we're not dealing with grief of someone that's passed over. Just to be, I just want to make that clear cut there. Got it.
Right. So it was a 20-year friendship. He fell in love, but he's still married. So that ended the 20-year.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. All right. So Sonia, apart from what you've told me now already is the heartbreak aspect.
Mm-hmm.
If we just kind of connect to that just a little bit without having to relive it, just through conversation.
Okay.
How does it make you feel when you look at or think back to this situation? How does it make you personally feel?
When I think back to the situation.
When you're just present with it, yeah.
Yeah. Very grateful for it. Very sad that that experience is in the past.
Got it. I want to dive into that. You feel sad. What else do you feel?
So it's lonely without that unconditional love.
Got it. Lonely. So apart from loneliness, what else do you feel? You're doing great. Be okay with how you feel, okay? I know you're a fighter, and here you don't have to fight it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's been a year, so
that's okay too.
How else do I feel? Let me look at that list, because I know I'm going to like
let go of the list. What I would like you to do is take a deep breath.
All right. How do I feel?
Hang on. I would like you to pretend we're going to be playful now. You're going to have a beautiful ball of light above you.
Okay.
And that's your awareness, that's your consciousness. And allow that beautiful ball of light just to drop from your head down into your body. And as it's dropping down, allowing that to shed light and awareness on how you feel.
Oh, this is challenging.
No. So when you feel lonely, what else do you feel?
I feel lonely, so just like a piece is missing. So
there we go. And how does it make you feel that that piece is missing?
How does it feel? Just not as whole.
Got it. Got it. And what else? You're doing great.
Yeah, I didn't bring tissues.
I can't even give to you.
I have long sleeve. Okay. So how else do I just, gosh, what? I guess just not as loved.
Unloved. There we go.
I mean, not that I feel unloved, but I feel less.
Yeah, by this person.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Exactly. So guys, just for you watching here with me, this is a really good example. So she has loneliness and love. For me, that's perfect. What I would like to also then do is, she said missing piece, and I really felt that. I really, really felt that. So when we get now, for example, to step 3, where I'm going to ask her, where do you feel the emotions inside of the body? I'm going to ask her as well, this part where you said this missing piece, if that had a place in the body as well, where would it be?
The heart. Chest.
Got it. Heart. Got it. I just want to ask you one more question.
Mm-hmm.
What about the situation do you hate or resist the most? Or resent or resist the most?
The most. Resist.
Take your time. There's no rush.
That we can't communicate.
Lack of communication. Got it. And where in your body do you feel this lack of communication?
That would be a little bit higher.
Higher.
That would be more the throat area.
Got it. Perfect. So just this loneliness and this feeling that you have of feeling unloved, apart from the heart and the chest and the throat, is there anywhere else in the body that you feel this?
No.
Okay.
That's it.
So when you have awareness of this in the throat, the heart, and also the chest area, is there any aspect of this that you perhaps feel outside of the body? If you don't, that's okay. I'm just curious, do you feel anything maybe outside rather than just inside? Like a presence or a heaviness or a darkness or a grayness?
I think a little lower in the chest. It's almost like it's the inside. I wouldn't say it's outside, but it's kind of like
In and out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's have fun. Let's pretend that this aspect had a face or a voice that you recognize. And even if you don't, that's okay. But let's get a sense for what could be there. Okay? I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to take a minute to do this with you. And I would like you to join me. And we're just going to pretend. We're going to pretend we connect to that. Just talk to it even if you want, or just get a sense, like hear, feel, see, or sense what's there. Okay. And when you're ready, perfect. Did you want to share what you got there?
So as far as the face or what I felt or saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
You know what I got? Is it okay if I share?
Oh, sure.
I saw him, but I saw a child version of him. Mm-hmm. And the connection that he shared with you was also very much the way that he would respect a mother figure, a mother, like someone who would give him that safety and that security. And he really got that from you. It's like that little inner child aspect of him, and there's that part of you that still wants to nurture him, that still wants to care for him and just be there for him and to protect him. And I feel that very strong there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it? Okay, perfect. That's all that that's all I need to know. That's perfect. Got it. So we have two. I'm going to treat this as two soul copies because she felt an aspect of him and I felt something a little bit different. So this is, now I'm going to treat it as just two soul copies. If you don't do that during the actual process, that's okay. the intention is probably going to go there anyway, because that's what's important. That's what matters. Right? Okay. And then just a question. Is this someone that you would like to disconnect from, Sonia?
That's a loaded question.
You knew it was coming.
Nope.
No? Okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Now, how does your physical body react when you think or feel these emotions? How does your physical body react to them?
Well, the heart beats fast.
That's a really good example of wanting to run away. The body's getting ready to defend.
Well, we were runners. We ran 30, 50 miles. We trained and ran together. So we were both runners. So.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
So yes.
I take my hat off to you. That's incredible. Wow.
So yes, we were best friend running partners and all of this. So, so yes, run, definitely.
What else? Anything else? How the physical body reacts?
I think the numb. There
we go. Perfect. You're doing great. Just one more question. You're doing great. You really are. I have so much great information to work with here. Mm-hmm. And the last question that I have for you, mm-hmm. When you think of him, what is the most, or even just the dynamic, not just even him, just the dynamic even, what is the most positive dominant need that you have or need from him or this dynamic?
That I feel was met, or that
you need when you think of the stress, meaning the stress that you're feeling right now in terms of this dynamic. What is it that Sonia needs?
I think it's the connection.
Connection. Very good.
Hence the not saying disconnect.
That's absolutely fine. That's completely your choice. Got it. Okay. Okay, I feel very good that we got everything that we needed. And so now, Sonia, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a nice deep breath. Just reset. And I would like you just to allow yourself to have awareness around these feelings that you're feeling. Let them be there. It's okay for them to be there. I would like you, yeah, perfect. Close your eyes, just be with your sense of self. You can pretend or meditate that you're at a beautiful place or space. And I'm just gently going to connect with you now, and I'll go quiet for 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm still here with you, and I'm starting now. And Sonia, when you're ready, you can gently come back. So is that your office or is that your home?
Both.
Oh, nice. You also do like the location-free work.
Yes, through this whole quarantine, I let go of my physical office away from my, wow. Yeah.
Would you say
I lost my 2 dogs too. They just passed away. So now the house is quiet without the disruption of them barking. So.
Wow. And would you say it was a nice move to finally be at home now instead of being at the office? Do you like it, or is it how's it?
Yeah, I like it. It allows me more time with less travel.
Yes.
So yeah.
I noticed that as well. I also
it was another tough letting it go, but
yeah, it's the memories and everything. You walk into it. I noticed that when I rented an office, you actually go into a state where you are ready for the clients. It's like you completely it's like you go through a metamorphosis a little bit, and you kind of like just step into that role and you really own it. But when you're at home, I find it's a little bit harder for me to kind of like get into that, you know, I'm now the practitioner, I'm now the oh, what is the English word?
It was, now it's easier because now the 3 kids are grown, there's less distractions, so now I can be really, you know, more focused. So
nice.
You know, things change.
That they do. Sonia, tell me, how do you feel when you think back to that old problem?
I feel calmer. The waterworks stopped 3/4 of the way through, so yeah, just kind of neutral now, you know, more just okay.
Perfect. Is it like that meh state we talked about earlier? Like it's just meh?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. That's what I want. I don't want her sad. I don't want her happy, like overly happy or nothing. It's just like, it's a very, like, it's almost like a boring, dull state. That's the perfect state to end in. Very, very neutral. Perfect. Very good. Is there any kind of like dimensional work that you wanted to do around this, or?
Sure. Is that helpful to?
Of course, this is the
go through it.
So the intention is, and you can tell me, I'm going to give you some suggestions, but ultimately it's your process. You tell me. Did you want to like bring in aspects of where you are in different linears, where you feel you always have connection, you always have that community, where you always feel loved? Or I'm giving it over to you and you tell me. I just, as long as it's just within the context of what we did.
Yeah, I'm so kind of meh, like you said, like you just lead the way, and that sounds in alignment because nothing's really coming up.
You have to stand up.
Okay.
Perfect. And you can come sit down with us when you're ready. And you said go over it. It's all there. Just let it go. How was that? I would love to hear your experience.
It was fun. It was
It is, isn't it?
light. It was fun. Colors that came through, like consciously I would have chose other colors, but I kind of got this download of green, which is not a color I would ever choose. But then I connected that to like rebirth and regrowth, and then yeah, that was fun.
And how do you feel? What did it feel like? Because everyone experiences it differently. I'm just curious what you.
I would say energizing, like yeah, rejuvenating.
Nice. And are you ready for integration?
Sure. Yes.
Yes? Okay. Perfect. So you can take a nice deep breath and close your eyes. If you want, it's optional. I'm going to close mine. There we go. When you're ready, you can gently come back. There we go. How are you? How was that?
It was good. It was good.
Nice. Very good. High five. Thank you so much. That
Yes.
was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling it because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!